Okay. I'm going to make this super quick, but I was sitting here working and I got to thinking, I'm listening to my Christian playlist actually for a Friday working, and I'm like just relaxed, focused on my work, getting what needs to be done. And I got to thinking of all the times I've helped people, helped serve people. Um, and yeah, I have a channel here, and I do a lot of transformers and cards and fun stuff, and a little how-to. I'm not that savvy, but I've got a little experience under my belt with a few things. But do you know Christians? Do you really know Christians? Probably not. Because let me tell you a secret. Real Christians are not going to flaunt their service records. They're not going to flaunt who they've helped, what they've done, how much they've done, who they helped, where it was, what the situation was. You're not going to hear a lot of these stories because they're one, positive stories. Two, we don't, as Christians, want to weigh ourselves or put ourselves on a pedestal or register of measurement based on the things we've done. We shouldn't be flaunting it. We shouldn't be putting ourselves first, because as Christians we understand God is first. Jesus comes first, not us. Everyone else comes next. We should be putting ourselves last. That is a selfless life. And once you get the stigma that every Christian is a hypocrite, you're going to learn we are all hypocrites. Me, my neighbors, my friends, my family members, my loved ones, you are. People you know are hypocrites. Politicians are hypocrites. Biden, Trump, whoever, Pelosi, etc., etc. Everybody is a hypocrite. Everybody will say one thing and do another. Christians will say one thing and do another. And it's not just because you're a Christian or a believer or a non-believer, whatever. It's just our nature. That's why we understand, in order to save us from this repetitive defunct nature and broken nature, that's why we try to follow Christ, try to follow in his footsteps. We can't. We're not perfect. He was. That's our belief. Because that's why it's hard to find not just good Christians, but Christians that do preach the word correctly, which I don't very well. I'm not some of these other big heads on YouTube that really explain the Bible very well. I'm not. But that's why, as a non-believer, you have to look for the truth. Don't make your own truth. You have to look for positive stories. You have to search them out. If you search them, you will find them. And sometimes that truth, those positive stories are hard to find. Sometimes good things will be so great that some things have happened. It will be shared in your local media. But most people are more concerned with national media and the talking heads about what's going on nationally, whether it's school shootings, the border, two-way stuff, J6 stuff, whatever. That's what everybody's putting more attention to instead of your own state, your own county, your own city, your own town, your own neighborhood, your own home. And in each of those areas, can be found a truth of stories that are of a positive nature, that are a spreadable nature. But because as Christians, in our mission, in our statements, we're not so easily wanting not to share them, but to gloat about it or flaunt about that. Unlike the people that go online, dress up in clown makeup, and tell the world their pronouns. That's the me, myself, and I mentality. And the Christianity is the complete flip-flop. And that's the best way I can explain this. That's the best way I can explain why it's hard to find us sometimes. Because good things do happen to good people. Good things can happen to people that need it. And the downtrodden, and those whose countenance has fallen. Good things do happen. But you may not hear it as often because, again, as Christians, we don't want to gloat about it because we're told not to. And that's the secret. Unfortunately. I could probably tell you some good stories that I've probably forgotten. Who I helped, where I was, what I did to help other people out. We're not going to go and shout it to the world because that's not how we want to be measured. That's the difference between believers and non-believers. That's the best way I can put it.